Thank you for joining me. DJI Mini 3. This is from the DJI Mini 3 Leaks Facebook page. I'll put a link down below to it if you want to join it, if you're interested in buying the Mini 3. This is the video that someone's put together, and it shows the Mini 3. It's got a side-mounted camera so it can look fully up and fully down, and front sensors as well. And it weighs, believe it or not, 245 grams, so it's still within the 249. It's got a 1.7 camera, which is better than the Mavic 3, I believe. But what's disappointing to see is the sensors. Now, we know it's got bottom sensors, we saw those. It's got front sensors. But if I let the video play and come round to the back of it, you can see there was no rear sensors on the back here. This just looks like a USB slot, possibly the power buttons underneath. Now, these might be sensors, but I probably just think they might be airflows, unless they're using two-sided, and this is the rear, but then it would pick up the prop movement. Now, the Nano Plus, I think it was, I'm sure it's got front and rear and downward sensors. So, be interesting to see what the final result of it is. Now, this video is for you guys to help me out, you see, because I've got the money for the Mini 3. As soon as it's released, I was going to go straight to DJI, buy one, have it sent to me, get it on the channel, do the unboxing, and then do flight tests and stuff. But we all know that DJI have a bad habit, maybe not so much a bad habit, but they do have a habit of releasing quads that just don't work right. The Mini 1, you may remember, had the squash props issue, which DJI vehemently denied at first, and then the overwhelming evidence was the props were getting squashed. So they released a firmware that warned you if one of the motors was spinning too fast, which indicated a faulty prop and advised you to change the prop in the message. Mini 2 came out, not so many problems with the Mini 2. I think that was sort of quite stable from day one. There was the gimbal calibration error, which you had to send back to DJI to get it fixed. You could live with it, but it was just a constant error message there saying gimbal calibration error. And of course, the Mavic 3 came out, flagship, and it's got GPS issues. I've just learnt about the GPS issues the other day. I've been totally out of touch with the quad wheel for a couple of months, hence the no videos. Disappointed to hear that people are struggling with the Mavic 3. I was speaking to a good friend of mine who said he was speaking to a friend who's got one, and basically you start it up and it won't lock satellites. You power it off, start it up, it might do, it might not do, and you've got to power it off, and you've got to power cycle it a few times, and then if you're lucky it locks GPS. Now that's a big issue. If you spend whatever it was on the Mavic 3, it's a lot of money to go down the drain while you're waiting for DJI to fix it. And that brings me to the question of money. You see, there's a post here which gives prices. Now, I think there's going to be a Mini 3 and a Mini 3 Pro. It may be the camera may be better on the Mini 3 Pro than the standard Mini 3. So it says DJI Mini 3, drone and battery. Now, they can't release a quad without a controller, so I'm going to guess that must have a controller maybe. And then there's a fly mode kit for another €189. So you're looking about, what, €900-ish for the Mini 3 with a drone and battery as a fly mode kit. Then they're going to do, see, then it says it's got the DJI Mini 3 Pro with a normal RCM1 controller. Now I think that is the Mini 3 Pro. The other two were just the standard Mini 3. And the RCM1 controller is the same we got with the Mini 2 currently. And then the DJI Mini 3 Pro with the DJI RC, which you saw at the beginning, which has the nice screen so you can look at it. But they put the screen underneath, which means your hands are going to cover part of that screen because the sticks are above it. They should have put the screen at the top and the sticks underneath, which would have been a better idea. But again, that's not been confirmed. There's been no actual footage I've seen yet or pictures yet of actually this DJI RC. But that's €999. If you add in the fly mode kit and you add it all together, you get a total of £986. Now that's a lot of money. That's close to £1,000. That's a lot more than the Mini 2 originally was, because the Mini 2 came with the N1 controller, which is there, but that's €829 plus the fly mode kit. So you're still looking close to between sort of £800 to £900 for a Mini 3 Pro with the RCM1 controller, which you got with the Mini 2, and you didn't pay anywhere near that kind of money. I think when they came out, what were they, about £600 or something for the Mini 2 fly mode kit? I think I've seen them still new in boxes for $550 at the moment. Still selling for $450, which is really good if you're a Mini 2 owner and you're looking to sell up. See, I'm thinking about, I wanted to buy this brand new. I've got the money. I wanted to buy one brand new, and I thought, yeah, but they've got problems. So my thinking was this: maybe wait until the likes of Captain Drone, Ian in London, and Get Busy Living. They will definitely buy them straight out as soon as they come out, and they will review them. They'll unbox them and review them. Wait until they say yes, it works fine straight out the box, then buy one. Or should I just take a gamble and buy one? That's the question. Help me out. Leave me a comment. Let me know exactly what you think I should do.